Hey, Shad here with Speed Addicts, your favorite gear site and superstore. In today's video, we're gonna uncrate the all-new adventure helmets from Leatt. We've got the Leatt ADV 8.5 and 9.5 in the studio. What's up, Speed Addicts fan? Before we get into the brand new Leatt adventure helmets, do us a favor, subscribe to the channel. That way you are the first to know about exciting new releases like these new ADV helmets from the folks over at Leatt. We appreciate your subscription there. If you're gonna shop for gear online, we also ask for your support over at speedaddicts.com, where the entire Leatt collection is available, including the brand new ADV helmets. There's a link in the description below. They'll get you over to speedaddicts.com if you're not already over there. Remember, Leatt helmets are gonna ship fast, free, and with the industry's best return policy, 90 days. We even pay that return shipping. So shopping for helmets at Speed Addicts is fun, exciting, and risk-free. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, last thing. If you'd like to touch and feel things before you buy them, we have a new superstore. Come check it out. We've got an excellent helmet wall. You can come see the Leatt 9.5, 8.5 in person. If you're in SoCal, we are in the city of Orange, in Orange County. Come check out the superstore. Okay, here we are. We've got the Leatt 9.5 and the Leatt ADV 8.5. Here they are. They are both going to be in the same video because they are essentially the same helmet. The only primary difference is the 9.5 is going to be carbon fiber shell, whereas this is going to be a composite shell. That is the primary difference. You're going to pay an extra $200 for that carbon fiber. Now they throw in a few little extras like a deluxe carrying bag. Hold my beer 1 second here. Okay, so if you pay for the extra $200, you get this fancy carry bag here. You also get a Fidlock chin strap instead of traditional D-rings, and you're gonna save about 3 ounces from that carbon fiber. So this one's just a smidge lighter, and it looks bitchin'. They've got the big carbon check weave on this thing, and the 9.5. So if you got the scratch, save some weight and get a few extra perks. Otherwise, these helmets are identical. As we move through them, I'll point out those small differences. But for now, let's move the 8.5 off to the side and we will look at the carbon fiber version. Let's talk about the weight. So the carbon helmet is coming in at right around 3 pounds, 6 ounces for a size medium or large. The bigger helmets will be a little bit heavier. So 3.6 for an adventure helmet when you consider you have a peak plus a face shield isn't too bad. The composite version is going to be about 3 ounces heavier, or 3.9. That is something that you might notice on a longer ride. So if you have the budget and you want the lightest helmet, the 9.5 is the way to go. Again, the rest of the helmet is very, very similar. The helmets are DOT and ECE 2206, so they are compliant with a new homologation out of Europe, which is a great thing. That's, again, a stricter testing regimen than the DOT standard here in the United States. So you're going to see more manufacturers dual labeling their helmet with both the American DOT and that ECE 2206. So that's something to look out for when it comes to vetting helmets for the type of protection that they're going to offer you. Okay, these helmets come in 3 shell sizes, which is great. You shouldn't be wearing more helmet than you need to. And I would say the fit is one of the best things about this helmet. I was struck by how well it fit, how it sat down on my head, intermediate oval head shape. The area where the pressure was put on my cheeks and face just made the helmet feel very secure, very well balanced, very comfortable, and very light. So they really nailed the fit here. I love the fit. The look isn't bad either, but the fit is exceptional. The liner materials are premium. It's a really nice place to be inside of the Leatt 9.5 or 8.5, same liner materials, okay? And same fit. It runs very true, so just go by the sizing chart at Speed Addicts for Leatt, and you should be in great shape, or order the size that you typically wear in most brands. Again, I usually wear an extra large, intermediate oval, and this thing just had me nailed. Now, if you get it wrong, again, you got 90 days to return it. Just make sure it's brand new, original condition, and you can get a free return label over at Speed Addicts, or just walk it in to the superstore if you are in SoCal. Okay, so let's climb on down from top to the bottom and kind of show you what we're working with this Leatt adventure helmet. When you make an adventure helmet, aka a dual sport helmet, it basically means that you're going to take a motocross style helmet and put a face shield on it because you are going to be riding at highway speeds some of the time. You're going to go on the pavement, then back to the dirt, vice versa. You want a big eye port so you can run goggles, but you also want a face shield so that you can have the protection from the wind at speed. Now, different helmet companies tackle this problem in different ways when it comes to having a peak and a face shield coexisting on a helmet. Leatt has chosen to kind of ditch the engineering problem of trying to make the peak fit over the shield pivots, okay? So you reduce the complication of that kind of engineering problem, and you don't have to remove the peak to get the face shield off. Those are the perks. The unfortunate thing is that when you raise the peak up that high, you really don't get a ton of sun protection there. So watch out for that. You're just not going to get a ton of the sort of sun protection I would like out of the peak on the ADV helmet, but you are in luck because you are going to get a photochromic shield. So instead of a drop-down sun visor that a lot of the adventure helmets have now, the drop-down tinted visor, they've gone with the photochromic or transition lens. So every Leatt 8.5 or 9.5 is going to come with that installed on the helmet. In the box, you also get a plain clear face shield, which is great. We tested this thing outside. It tints up quickly and gets fairly dark. It's going to cut the glare out there for you. And it's a really great situation, especially if you're going on longer rides with different lighting conditions. The transitions or transition or photochromic, depends on which brand name they're using or who's making the shield, are a game changer. You don't have to change the face shields or deal with any of that. So that shield alone, these types of shields alone can run around $200, and they're including it with both the 9.5 and the 8.5. So that is a great value add. It's also technically a safer solution than those drop-down internal sun visors, because when they have to plug those in, they have to account for them in the EPS. They have to make room, either make the helmet bigger, remove EPS in kind of a prime impact area. So some brands just stay away from that for a safety, from a safety standpoint. Okay, you also don't have extra moving parts and extra weight added by that drop-down sun visor. So I like what they did there. In terms of ventilation, it's hiding. Let's see if I can get you in there. So there are two vents in the forehead area underneath here that are a little bit tricky to get to, but let's see, are they open or closed? That's open, closed. So when you have a gloved hand and you're trying to get it up in there, it's gonna be a little tight, but you can make it happen. You can shut down that ventilation or open it wide open. It's got two settings. Down here, you have a louvered chin bar vent that opens from top to bottom all the way. So you get a lot of ventilation coming in through the front. A lot of helmets kind of only have a little strip, but this whole situation is more like a motocross helmet vent. So when you have that open, you're flowing a ton of air, which is great. When we move it to the back, you do notice you've got passive winglet vents on the bottom, and then you do have extractors up on the top. The EPS is channeled, and you also have their patented 360 turbine technology, which provides rotational energy management as well as some space for air to move through. It kind of separates you from that EPS inside. We'll show you more about that when we climb inside of this 9.5. Now, let's talk about the face shield here. So I already told you that it is transition or self-tinting in the sunlight. You can pull it all the way up out of the way and run goggles with this helmet, and then there are a few other surprises I'm going to show you. So they actually include goggles with the 8.5 and 9.5. They are the same goggles. They are great goggles from the folks at Leatt. They're not like cheapies, okay? And they're going to include that. They do that with their motocross helmets too. It's a nice little value add there. And so if you're going to spend $7.99 on a helmet like this carbon one, you're getting that transition lens, you're getting free goggles, you know, premium carrying case. Let's go ahead and test fit the goggles with the face shield in place. So you are on the road. You've made it to more technical single track off-road riding, and you are going to be huffing and puffing and breathing hard in your helmet. You no longer want a face shield because you're just going to fog that thing up. You want to pop that up and run goggles. There you go. You have them up out of the way, and you can even close them back over if you start ripping. You don't want to sit there and fuss with them. So lots of versatility with this helmet. They're also going to include a pin lock insert. Okay, so reduce or mitigate fog with pin lock insert, and it is the 120 XLT. The eye port in this thing is absolutely huge. So number one thing I like about it was the fit. How it felt on my head was exceptional, and I've tried on every helmet in existence essentially. This is very, very good. The face shield or the eye port is also enormous, easily fits those goggles. And then they're giving you the good pin lock, the good stuff, an extra wide pin lock, because otherwise if they use the narrow, cheaper one, it won't give you the maximum peripheral and vertical vision in it. If you're not familiar, pin lock installs on these tabs. It's a lens that installs on the inside of the face shield to reduce or mitigate fog. You only need to use it if you need it. Otherwise, you don't have to install it, but most people want it. Other accessories in the box. Hold on, there's more. One of them I like, one of them I don't. So this is going to cover, if you want to run the helmet without the face shield in kind of more motocross mode, you're going to remove that face shield by sliding this off, okay? That's holding your face shield on. All right, you take that off, and then instead you're going to install the cover here, all right? That's gonna go over kind of the face shield mechanism, and then you can run goggles, right? The thing I don't like is, I've seen little retaining washers like this. Anything that comes off the helmet typically just has a good chance of being lost. So at least they're apologizing in advance and giving you an extra set of these. Most manufacturers don't do that. They just like end up selling a ton of extra spare parts. So at least Leatt's got your back. They said, hey, we know we did this in an annoying way with these washers that come off and get lost. So we'll at least spot you a set. So make sure you hold on to those when you get yours. Okay, let's flip the helmet over and look at the inside. The first thing you'll notice is the fastener is different than a standard D-ring. This is called hook, okay, H-O-O-K. It is a lot like a Fidlock, same sort of idea here, quicker in and out. You just pull that tab and you're off. When it's locked, it is very secure and you're in great shape. The 8.5 has traditional D-rings, so if you like D-rings, great. If you don't, then you might want to pay and get the fancier hook fastener there, okay? So that's one of the things you get when you pay to upgrade to the 9.5. Again, otherwise, very similar. Chin curtain, there it is. Inside of here, you have your chin bar vent that's gonna flow to the inside. The materials here are premium. This thing feels really good when it's on your head, like I said before. And we're gonna go ahead and pull the tab. Emergency release cheek pads. They are also making a call out for comm systems. They actually put a little Bluetooth insignia there and a little pass through for your wires. So you can run whatever comm system you want. I'm happy that Leatt doesn't try to do some sort of integrated option. Just let people pick or use what they already have. Cardo, Senna, whatever you're running, you can go ahead and plug it in here. Here's the cheek pad. Very nice, 3D molded. These kind of like a suede finish. It's got this extra little lip on here. It's gonna help isolate noise, help the helmet feel more secure as you pass through, and this kind of goes under your jawline. And then of course that pull to release on the emergency release system. We'll go ahead and pull the other cheek pad out of the way. Here it is. Okay, again, same interior between the two in terms of the actual material. There is the speaker pockets. You just go ahead and remove that foam disc. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with that at this point. In terms of the install for the comm system, they're calling it out right there. The clip style or the clamp mount might be hard to get between the shell and the EPS. You're probably gonna want to go with an adhesive mount on the bottom of the shell, but it is nice and smooth, so you shouldn't have any issues. We're gonna remove the entire liner system here so you can see the new Leatt Adventure helmet in all its glory. Up until now, they've only made motocross helmets, so this is their first adventure helmet. I'd say they did a pretty damn good job. I've been impressed with it so far. Nice premium liner, again, great place to be. And you notice these little holes, these little circular holes. Well, that is for their rotational energy management system here. It is those blue little pucks. Those are their 360 turbines. They're supposed to allow the helmet to move if you have an oblique impact and manage those rotational forces, okay? So that's what all those little blue discs, they also kind of create some separation again between your head and the EPS so that air can flow through nicely. But the EPS is also ported and channeled. You can get a real good look in there. And just a high quality helmet for their first attempt at an adventure lid. I am stoked on this. You get the photochromic shield carbon fiber if you go with the 9.5, nice light composite shell if you go with the 8.5. They're including the goggles. They have a 3-year warranty on the helmet. Real nice piece. If you're looking for an adventure helmet that all your buddies don't have yet because it's brand new, check it out. It's the Leatt 8.5 and 9.5, available now at speedaddicts.com, where it ships for free with the industry's best return policy. Come on down and see it in person at the Speed Addicts Superstore in the city of Orange. Otherwise, we'll see you next time to find out what's in the crate.